Hi and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be teaching you my recipe for creamy and chunky potato soup. You're going to love it. So let's get started. Now the ingredients that you will need can vary. I'm going to post the quantities in the description, but today I'm going to be actually making a little bit larger quantity. So that's the nice thing about this recipe is you can make it larger if you need to, and typically you can't go wrong. So don't get too worried about that. The ingredients that you're going to need are diced potatoes, diced onion, some butter, some all-purpose flour, some water, some milk, some shredded cheese, a little bit of sugar, some herbs, salt and pepper, and diced ham if you prefer. All right, so the first thing that you'll need to do is to peel your potatoes and dice them up into small cubes. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put them into a saucepan with 2 cups of water, at least 2 cups of water. And take your potatoes with the water on them and put them on your stove and turn them to high, and we want to let them boil until they get tender. And while that's cooking, you can take your butter and your diced up onion and put it in another pan. And I like to use, this is the pan that I'll be putting my soup in. So this is where I do the onion mixture. And it's a bit bigger pan. So what you're going to do is you're going to let the butter melt and then let the onions cook just until they're translucent, but you don't want them to get brown. So we'll just give these a couple minutes and stir them constantly to make sure that they don't get too brown or they don't burn. And then we'll move on to the next step. Once your potatoes are tender, then what you need to do is to drain the liquid off, but keep it in a separate bowl because you're actually going to use that. Then go to your butter and onion mixture, and those onions should be a little bit tender now. And then put in the flour and stir it around. It'll get a little bit gooey for a couple seconds, but just keep it on a low heat and let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes. And at the same time, you could be adding in the salt and pepper and the herbs. I've got some parsley there, and I've got some roasted garlic and red pepper. You can put in pepper flakes if you like. And my sugar. And we're just gonna let this cook for a couple minutes. Smells really good. Once that has cooked for about 3 to 4 minutes, then you can slowly start to pour in the liquid. I would start with the liquid off of the potatoes first. And again, I would recommend using a whisk here to stir it all in and get the lumps out. Let it continue to cook on low heat here. It's getting nice and smooth, and I'm going to add in the rest. And this is going to make a really big pot of soup. And the recipe does call for, let's see here, 3 cups of milk. I'm going to be using at least that. This container here holds 3 cups. Going to stir part of it in and just make sure that it's getting blended nicely. It looks like the flour has all been blended really good. So I'm going to now take and add in the potatoes before there's too much liquid in there. And I'm going to use my masher and mash them up a wee bit just to make the soup a little bit thicker. But there's still lots of chunks in there, which is really nice because this is a nice chunky soup. And I'm going to add in the rest of this milk. And I think I'll finish this off. So that's almost another 3 cups. As I mentioned, I doubled this recipe up. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a mash. Now the nice thing about this recipe is if you wanted to switch it up and use a different vegetable, you can. So you can use, I've made cream of broccoli soup this way. You could make cream of cauliflower, cream of carrot, and basically just follow the recipe. You're just substituting the potatoes for that different vegetable. If you wanted to do cauliflower and broccoli, you could do a mixture of that. I'm sure it would work out great. All right, now I'm just going to add in the cheese. And I've got a heaping cup full here, and it's grated cheddar. You don't have to add a lot of salt to this recipe because you are using the cheese, which has a lot of salt. And in this case, I'm going to use, this is probably about a 1/4 cup of finely diced ham from a slice of ham that I had. I didn't have a big ham in the house that I had out, so I just had a slice, and that's enough. The salt will come out of it and make it really nice and tasty. So we're just going to let this cook and simmer on low for the next 2 to 3 hours, but just keep a close eye on it. And I do recommend putting a lid on it. If you don't, what'll end up happening is you will get a film across the top, and you'll constantly have to be, coming and stirring it even more often. But if you put a lid on it, just make sure you don't have it too high, so high that it's going to boil over. But other than that, that's all you need to do, and it's ready to eat. And as you can see, the cheese there, still not 100% melting yet because my mixture is a little bit cool from the milk that I added straight out of the fridge. So, but that will eventually dissolve. And I may add a tiny bit more milk as we go along. I'll see how this thickens up. If it thickens up too much and I think it can stand a little bit more milk, I will add some milk to it. All right, so I'm going to put the lid on and have it on low, and I'm going to keep an eye on it and let it simmer away. Let's take a look. It's been cooking all afternoon. It smells amazingly delicious. And I have been kind of doing a constant stir, keeping at a very low simmer. Sometimes it was bubbling and then I would just turn it down. It's down as low as it could go, and it's been simmering about almost 3 hours, and it's delicious. Just the thing just to remember is keep the temperature really, really low, keep the lid on, and make sure you're constantly stirring. With the cheese in it and the cream, it could tend to stick quite easily. So you just want to make sure that you keep stirring the bottom, and using a whisk like this really makes it easy. So that's all there is to it. The soup's ready to go. Delicious, creamy, and it smells delicious. It's easy to make. You can make it any time of year. You can freeze it if you like, and you can double up or even triple the recipe if you want to. This is a double batch that I made, and you can also substitute the potatoes for a different vegetable if you want to make a different type of soup, like cream of broccoli or carrot or whatever. It's super easy to do that. And don't worry if you don't get the quantities exactly as I've written them in the recipe. You can substitute a few things and experiment to your liking. So it really is a versatile soup that you can make. So I'm just going to give it a little taste test here. Oh my gosh, that is really good. It's actually going to be even better tomorrow. So when you bring it out for leftovers, it's going to be amazing. So I hope you enjoy the soup. My name's Lori, and you've been listening to the Simple Living channel. And if you like this recipe and my video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Have a great day and enjoy your cream of potato soup.